introducing as giving them a high of Tanya.
Anasema malaika ninakupenda malaika anasema malaika ninakutamani malaika anasema
Jump down already.
nashindwana malisina we ningekuoa malaika anasema jambo ngolo jambo bwana habari gani ngolo mzuri sana atiwa.
What's going on, world? It's your man Tim Ford Jr. I'm back here again for day 5. It's day 5. The consistency is really pushing me to another level, I have to admit. But if you're new to this journey, make sure you hit the subscribe button right now so you can go ahead and stay tuned to what we got going on. And yeah, this is day 5 of the journey, and man, it's really been a rumble in the jungle. You know, I'm not complaining at all, not one bit. I'm learning a lot. You know, it's forcing me to think of different topics and think of different ways to bring you guys content. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to be tested in this capacity too. Like it's really a challenge that I know that I'm up for, and I know that I have the ability to conquer to the end. So I'm grateful that I have a group of individuals that's watching me and holding me to that. So thank you. So if you haven't already, like I said, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can help me on this journey to get to 50K. So I'm gonna do this video and let y'all know what I've been thinking and really how I've been feeling. And this is a message to the men. Like, men, it's okay to change. Like, we're supposed to change. We're supposed to grow. We're supposed to become new individuals. We're supposed to awaken to a new level of understanding. Like, if you walk this journey and you keep the same mindset for like 10 plus years, 20 plus years, if you're thinking the same way you thought when you were a teenager about the same type of stuff, like it's something's wrong with that picture, man. Like it's okay to think on other things. I know it's tough, like for a lot of us coming from the States, and a lot of us, I don't know how other areas are, so I can't really speak on, you know, their upbringing. But I know us coming from the States, all we know is athletes or rappers or drug dealers or, yeah, one of those 3. So, you know, doing something beyond that or besides that is really like unheard of in our communities. But it's definitely doable. Like, there's definitely other things out there that we're capable of doing. And I think it all starts at accepting the fact that it's okay to be different. Like, it's okay to walk in individuality. It's okay to be the one that's standing out, that's different from everybody else. Like, you have to be different in this time. Like, you have to stand on your own. Like, you have to be different from the crowd, because everyone is doing the same thing. Everyone is following, you know, one way. You see what being different does. Like, you see, my son is right here sleeping right now. I do something different from a lot of different men in the world right now. Like, we've been taught not to, you know, take the load off of our women when they're with child and when, you know, when the child is breastfeeding. So my child, he was in the process of like breastfeeding, and my wife is pregnant at the same time. So in order to relieve her of getting breastfed, getting sucked on all night, I had to come downstairs away from her, you know, sleep with him in another room just to let him be comfortable while we're in a new house, and let her, you know, not get ate on all night so she can get some rest so she can nurture the other baby. So it's really like, you know, of course I'd rather be in the bed with my wife, like, but I'm making a sacrifice, and I want to, you know, let her be comfortable. She would be more comfortable if I'm in here with him. So he would be more comfortable if I'm in here with him. So I'm making a sacrifice, and I'm in here with him. And we have to make sacrifices as men sometimes, and that sacrifice will elevate you in other areas of your life. Like, it's not like it's not something that I'm like looking for. I'm like, oh, I'm not looking for like, where's the elevation? Where is it? It's like, it's a principle. It's supposed to happen like that. Like if you operate in love, you get it back tenfold. If you do things with the right spirit, you get it back tenfold. So I'm encouraged, and I know and I understand that as men, it's okay for us to operate in love. Like I changed and grew into understanding that we have to operate in love in order for us to really get to where we want to go and reach our full potential as men. And I know it's hard for us to love because it's been like, man, that's ain't nobody trying to love. What's all that? But that's the key. That's the secret. Like we fake love and we don't really show love and be vulnerable and open up. But man, opening up and being vulnerable, that's like the secret to really like unlocking your fullest potential, honestly. Like you have to dig deep and really change and like figure out what makes you tick, like figure out what triggers you, figure out what really makes you say and do the things that you do, so you can really unpack all that and lay it all on the table and, man, attack them demons head on. That's the only way you become a man. That's the only way you really figure this thing out. You got to attack those demons head on. And I know people here, I know when I used to hear people say attack those demons, and I was like really young in my understanding, I was like, what does that mean? Like attack your demons, like face the man in the mirror. Like you really have to, though, that moment where you feel like can't nobody say nothing to you, like can't nobody tell you nothing, can't nobody look at you, like that's a demon. Like it's really like a demonic spirit taking over you and like making you operate in that way and not be logical in your thinking, to be like, man, can't nobody say nothing to me. Why can't nobody say nothing to you? Like we all need a little correction here and there. I was the same way, you know? So take it from someone that really walked down that path and really couldn't have anybody talk to him. I almost messed my life up, not being able to listen to people, not being able to take heed to people giving me direction, helping me, whether it's from a man or a woman, like, or anybody. Like you have to take heed and really let people tell you things. Like the anger, like we have this, a lot of men, we have this like built up frustration and anger, and from various different reasons, whether it's your mother, whether it's your father, whether it's your grandparents, it's your uncle, your auntie, your cousin, like someone has caused trauma in a lot of our lives that make us suppress a lot of our anger, and it comes out the wrong way. So we have to grow and really like look at the man in the mirror and look at the man and see like, where do I need to heal at? Where are my weaknesses? Why am I not being able to elevate? Because I promise, like, Africa is just a piece of the puzzle. Like you have to still look at the man in the mirror. And like, you know what I'm saying? You still have to put in that dirty work. You still have to get your hands and knees dirty and figure out like, okay, why do I do this? Why am I moving this way? Because we've been wired in a way that's not productive for our families, not productive for our lives. Like a lot of black men, melanated men, whatever you want to call us, Hebrew men, we know who we are. Like a lot of us, like we just can't. We're stuck because we're in this constant survival mode, and we're trying to figure out how to maneuver in the system that's stacked up against us. And we want to love, and we want to be married, and we want to make families. It's a lot. I know it's a lot, man, but you have to really, really take heed to the mission that we have as men, and really take on what we're supposed to do and what it really means to love and lead properly. And if you just focus on that, everything else will fall in order. Like that, it's written. Like we gotta have perfect peace in Him, in the Father Yah. Like we have to have perfect peace. Just relax and figure out how we're supposed to heal through Him. Because every demon that's attached to our lives, it's a word or a scripture that can help us get through it. And it's a principle that can help us overcome it. Like we have to attack them head on though and go ahead and grow. Like you have to grow. Like that's the key. I think so many of us are afraid to grow because it's frowned upon. But it's frowned upon because everybody is like, it's not willing to do the dirty work. But when you do the dirty work, you reap the reward. Like you have to. You go down that dark road by yourself, like you're gonna have to come out on top. What don't kill you only make you stronger. You have to figure out why you're in this way of thinking. Like you're not following these videos. You didn't land upon this video just to keep going down that path of thinking and wrongful thinking. We all have those, those inklings of why am I doing this? Why? You have to really ask yourself why. We have the power to unlock all of that. I didn't know until like recently, before I came to Africa, I started realizing how much power we have to really unpack our own minds and really like rewire our minds. So you have to, focus on rewiring and focus on unpacking and, recycling and throwing away all of the trash that we ingested and learned over our lives. Because it's so much of that. It's so much of that. So, if you haven't already and you're watching all the way through this, make sure you hit the subscribe button, Let's get to this 50K. But, stay encouraged and just know it's okay to grow. It's okay to grow. The hood don't want us to grow, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't want us to grow because they don't have the growth mindset and they don't want to grow. And that's, it's not fine, but, that's their life. That's what they want to do. So let people do that. But for those of you who have an inkling and for those of you who have, you want a jolt of understanding, you have to grow. Like, that's the name of this game. You got to grow. Like, and poverty is not where, if you're in poverty, if you're, you think you're in poverty, stuck. Poverty is not, it's not something that's imposed. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. Once you begin to think and know that you're rich, the riches will already come to you. It'll start flowing to you. It's a mindset. We got to rewire our minds. That's important. Changing and rewiring our minds, because we were programmed to think a certain way about ourselves, feel a certain way about ourselves. But there's some of us who made it out the struggle, and we have a piece of understanding, and we can still reach back and talk to our brothers and let them know, like, hey, bro, like, listen, I feel you 100%, but you have to look at the man in the mirror. Like, we can't continue to blame nobody else. Like, the shackles are gone. The shackles are gone. Like, it's time to look at the man in the mirror. We can't keep blaming the man. Hey, the shackles are gone. We have the freedom to do what we want to do. So first, you have to look at the man in the mirror and everything else will follow. You have to intentionally focus on the man in the mirror. Get those demons out of you, man. Figure it out and get to the bottom of who you really supposed to be and focus on your purpose. Change is okay. Change is cool. Change is what we're supposed to do. So change is really the ultimate goal in life. So, man, be encouraged that it's okay to change. I don't want to keep ranting, but change is cool. If I would have stayed the same years ago, I ain't no telling where I would have been. I'd probably been literally dead or in jail. I know it's so cliche. People think people just be talking when we say that, but bro, life could have been so differently if I didn't change. If I didn't just get out of my comfort zone and change. These videos are bigger than Africa. Like I say, I'll keep saying, I want everybody to come. I wish everybody could come. But my message is bigger than just everybody come to Africa. Everybody need to change. We all have a lot of changing to do. We got some ways that we still holding on to that's not, productive to our growth as a people. And if we want to grow, we got to do some changing. And it's okay, We got to shed off some of that old stuff. Caterpillar chains and the butterflies. So, that's a part of some of God's creatures change. And that's okay. Don't be afraid of changing. Don't be afraid of letting people go. Don't be afraid of just jumping out of your comfort zone. If you got to go by yourself, you got to go by yourself, man. But just know, being a man, you have to go change, because we were wired wrong. Just face the music and understand that you were wired wrong and fight that daily. Fight it daily. You got to bite your tongue daily. Like, you have to, really fight it daily. But it's okay. It's a fight. He who endures to the end shall receive the crown of everlasting life. So, hey, you have to endure, but it's okay. We came here for that. and it's okay. You know, we're here to be a voice for everybody, in a reference point for the ones who need a way out. Use me as your reference point, man. Follow y'all. Follow Christ. He'll get you out. What you see, this light you see, is for him. And I'm letting you know it's okay to change, and it's okay to grow. It's okay to step into your greatness. Don't tuck your greatness in for nobody. You know, your greatness, if you different, if you know what I'm saying, if you do you differently, do you differently. And hey, you'd be surprised who fall in love with what you do. Just walk in your greatness, bro. You know what I'm saying? And be confident in who you are and go change, because we were trapped into poverty, but we can grow into riches and wealth. And man, it's okay to be wealthy. People try to make it seem like, oh, why are you worried about money? Because I want my family and my legacy to be good. That's why. What's wrong with wanting wealth? The Bible says a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children. So that's what I want to do. I want wealth, and I'm gonna speak wealth into my life. And we can't be afraid to speak that and walk on that. They got us thinking, oh, I just want to be meek. Or I just want to, no, I want to be meek. I want to be, humble. I'm going to be humble. But I want wealth in my humbleness. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? The Father didn't bless me with all this knowledge of understanding of how to maneuver for me to be in the constant cycle of the financial situation that we were trapped in. No. The knowledge that I have gained through my obedience, through my diligently seeking, I will put that into practice in my life. That's how we're supposed to move. So changing is good. You're supposed to elevate from where you're from because you're seeking, and it was gifted to you, the understanding. It was a gift. So if you can understand and you really have the spirit to understand what I'm talking about, man, go and be great. Wealth is calling your name. Greatness is calling your name. Claim it. And don't let these people tell you and talk you out of who you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do. It's okay to change. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 50K, man. If you haven't changed, if you haven't looked at the man in the mirror, if you haven't faced those demons yet, hey, look him in the eye and let him know it's time to rumble. You know what I'm saying? If you put them dukes up, let them know it's time to put the dukes up. Wow, I gotta figure out another saying. I just said put your dukes up. Man, just get the jacking with just fight with the demon and let them know what's up. And let them know you came to play, get in your word, get in your prayer, and let them know like, hey, I came to figure out why you here. Where did you come from? Where's the source? Just pray and ask for the source, and it'll be revealed to you. It'll come to you like a memory out of nowhere. You ever think about a time where something traumatized you, and that'll be the moment. And you'll have to face it head on. Whoever that person is, whatever it was, you have to face it head on like a man. So you can get to this next level, Maybe this was holding some people back to get to Africa. They won't face the man in the mirror. You have to face the man in the mirror if you want to level up. So I ended with that. If you want to level up, if you want the gifts, what the Father promised us, you have to shed some of the evil stuff. You have to shed some of that anger. You have to shed some of that bitterness. You have to shed some of that lust. You have to shed some of that stuff. You have to shed it. That's a part of the leveling up process. Finances ain't coming in. Things not looking like they're supposed to. Maybe you got to look at the man in the mirror. Maybe it's time to level up. Hey. Let's get to 50K. I'm going to keep doing this thing day 5, man. Hey, shalom, peace. And I want all my brothers to level up, bro. Let's be great. Let's keep doing our thing. Let's be, mighty men. Shalom.